Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python tutorial series. Today, in this video, we will be exploring with different kind of container types in Python. Containers are like boxes that can hold different types of data. We will be covering lists, dictionaries, tuples and sets in this video, and I will show you how to use them with some code examples. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about lists. Lists are one of the most versatile data structures in Python. They can hold a collection of items and you can easily change, add, or remove items from them. Lists can contain elements of any data types, including integers, strings, or even other lists. We'll explore more about lists through this code of example. So here in this line we have created a list that contains the names of a fruits. So how we can access it? That is using this square brackets we can actually access the elements presented in lists. So basically the lists of sequences will start from 0. So in this code, the apple is of index 0. Likewise, it will increase. Then banana is of 1, orange is 2, and grape is 3. So, if we once created a list, how we can append or remove contents from the list? We can do it using the keyword called append and remove. So in this line of code, this append method adds the fruit kiwi into the fruits lists, and here in this line which removes banana fruit from the fruit lists. So we'll run this code and see what is the output we gain in each of the print statements. So yes, here we tried accessing the first element which is apple. So it printed apple. Then we have added the kiwi fruit to the existing fruit list. So it was added to the list and we have printed. Then we have removed the banana, then we printed. This is how lists are used in Python. Let's talk about dictionaries. Dictionaries are like lists, but instead of accessing elements by their index, you can access them using keys. This makes them perfect for storing data that needs to be labeled. Dictionaries can hold any type of data as values, and keys can be any immutable type such as strings, numbers, or tuples. So basically, here we have created a dictionary of name person. So inside person, we have a key name. Against this key, we have stored the value of John for a person. Accordingly, a person can have age, city, his work profile, his job role. So once we created a dictionary, how we can access those things? So say for example, for a person, we need to know only his name. We can specify in the square brackets of the key that we use to store the value. In this case, I have stored the name of the person with the key of name. So I am accessing his name. And then, for example, if we want to add an extra keys to the existing dictionaries, we can do it. So that is of use square brackets and give occupation equal to the value that you want to store. Now if you print means it will add the new key and values to the existing dictionaries. You can remove the key and values that you do not require using the keyword called del, which is nothing but delete. So I am running this code. We use the key that the value was stored against it, and then we added an element to the existing dictionary and we removed one element from it. Then now let's talk about tuples. Tuples are similar to lists, but they are immutable, which means you can't change them after they are created. This makes them useful for storing data that should not change. So, here we have a tuple representing coordinates. We can access elements just like in lists, but we can't modify them. Tuples are useful when you have data that should not change. So, this is my code. So, here we have created a tuples which has a value of 10, comma 20. So, if we want to print those values like list, we can access it using the square brackets. So to access the first element, to access the elements of tuples, I just use the square brackets within the index number I want. And then if we want to unpack the tuple and store it against any values, we can do it. So for example, if we want to store a xyz coordinates value and we need to unpack it, we can do it either z, and we can store each values against this variable. So now coming to sets. Sets are collections of unique elements. They are unordered or unindexed. Sets are useful when you need to store a collection of items without duplicates. Sets can contain elements of any immutable data types, such as strings, numbers, or tuples. Here, in this code, we have first created a set and then we try to add add an element to the set. So now the element would be added to the last index, and then we are trying to remove banana i- value from the sets. So this is a simple script like how we can create a set and access them. So in this first line we have created a set and then we have added an element to it and then we have removed one. So to quickly summarize you, this is a quick summary table. So this is a quick summary table that help you to understand. So this is a summary table of what we have discussed so far. So lists are mutable, which is that can be changeable, and it is ordered, and which also allows duplicates, and we can access it by indexing. Key value pairs are not possible with lists, and tuples are immutable, which is it cannot be changed once it was created. It is ordered and it allows duplicates. We can access it using index values, and it is not of key value pairs types. Dictionaries are mutable and it is unordered, meaning so any keys and values can be at anywhere. So it is not in an ordered manner, and it does not allows duplicate values, and indexing it can't be accessed through indexing values, and it is of key value pairs. Sets are changeable, which is mutable or changeable, and it is unordered, which is unordered. Then it does not allow duplicates, and we can't access it either through index values, and it is not of type key value pairs. So there are other container types as well in Python that are frozen sets, DQ, which is double-ended queue, named tuples, and default dictionary. So majorly we will be working with lists, tuples, dictionaries, and sets for our real-world problems. If you feel to need a video for those contents as well, feel free to comment. We will make a separate video about explaining them. So, thank you everyone for watching this series of videos and remember to stay curious. Until next time, happy coding. Thank you.